Hello everybody, welcome back to Kitchen Science. Today on the channel we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and do an unboxing. Let's go ahead and get into this. So this is the Inkbird Plus. What we're going to do is we're going to open this up today. I've got a couple things we're going to go ahead and cut up and seal. But I want to show you why this is a great thing you want to go ahead and have in your barbecue tool arsenal. First thing is we want to open it up. So we have our sealer strips. So this is the actual sealer bag right here. They all sit in here. So what we want to do is we want to take this off. So this machine's kind of cool in that it allows you to use your own bag. And the bags are all stored right here, which is great because in a lot of other bag companies, the bags are already stored separate out of the system. So when you open it and when you close it, it looks pretty good. Don't forget to take these guys off. So you should hear it click. There we go. That means it's closed. It's not going to open up. These little tabs on the side that you want to go ahead and push. And they'll allow you to open it back up. This thing really couldn't be simpler to go ahead and use. All right, so in order to use the cutter, we want to lift this up. We want to pull some of the bag through here like so. There are these two little magnets right here that allow it to stay there. Once you find the size that you actually want, you want to go ahead and voila, could not be simpler than just that. So then we want to go ahead and we want to put our bag right here because we're going to go ahead and we're going to burn a line in right here so we can close the bag. All right, so what we want to do after we locked it in, we want to hit the seal button. And check. And voila, there is our sealed line. And can go in our bag. Now let's go ahead and let's prepare the item that we're going to go ahead and cook. We're going to prepare some eggs to cook. We're going to sous vide some eggs. To that, we're going to add pepper, salt, extra virgin olive oil. So if you look right here, we have this chamber right here with these little holes popping up, and this is part of the vacuum system. So when we put the bag in here, we want to make sure that the open part is sitting just inside of this vacuum system. That way, when we close it and we go ahead and we hit vacuum seal, it automatically pulls out as much moisture as it can, and then it goes ahead and seals the system. Now, when you're doing a sous vide product, especially a liquidy one like this, you want to try to lift your vacuum system off of the table that the bag is going to be sitting at. So I put a pop to pan under here, giving myself about 3 inches to go ahead and do that. So now we want to take our eggs, pour our eggs in the bag, close it, and make sure that there is no additional egg remnants anywhere in the area that we're going to go ahead and seal. If there is, then you need to wipe that off or start all over again. So we're going to lift this up, pop this in here. I'm going to put my finger here just to make sure that I don't actually lose anything when I close this. I'm then going to close it so it snaps, and you'll notice this guy's in here. He's not going anywhere. So then what we want to do is we want to switch from dry to moist food, and we want to utilize the pulse button. So the pulse button will go ahead and suck the excess air out of here, and then we'll take it and we'll go ahead and hit the seal. So here we go. You'll notice it's just taking it out. And when we start to see it do this, we want to hit the seal. And then let's go ahead and check it out and see how it did. And voila, here we go. I'm so confident, I turned it upside down. Now let's go ahead and let's get it into the water bath so we can go ahead and cook it. We fold it. All right, so my kids are having some friends over tonight, and one of the things my kids love is they love marinated hot dogs. And we get some mustard, 2 tablespoons, a teaspoon garlic powder, about a teaspoon of ginger, throw in a tablespoon of olive oil. All right, there's our next. Now we're going to pop our hot dogs in here. We're then going to go ahead and check our seal. We are looking good here. We're then going to go ahead and seal the hot dogs in the bag. So I'm going to use the vac and seal function. And we're going to open it up. And voila, there we go. Notice none of the moisture came out. It got really, really close, but it looks pretty good. And now I can take my hot dogs, I can let them sit in the fridge, let them marinate, and then we can go ahead and pop them on the grill. So the great thing about this method is that when you apply a vacuum to the food that is sitting in here and you apply a liquid that food sits around, any open air pockets that were normally in there are now being replaced with whatever marinade you put in there. So if you're trying to do a quick marinade of an item, you want to go ahead and pop it in a bag like this, pull a vacuum, do a seal, and then let it sit. It will actually go ahead and marinate much faster in this state rather than if I took it, popped it in a Ziploc bag, popped it in my fridge, and just let it sit there. So again, this will marinate twice as fast when you apply a vacuum and a seal to your product. All right, so I want to go ahead and give my honest review about this system. Now, I have used $10,000 vacuum sealing systems. I have used $25 food saver vacuum sealing systems, and I started using them, 25 years ago in the food industry. This is a great little unit. I definitely recommend picking this guy up for under that $80 mark. I'm going to go ahead and drop an Amazon link down below in the description so if you guys want to pick yourselves up one. And if there's any new updates for this system, I'll go ahead and I'll put it down there. It's a great option to go ahead and have. It's a great little tool to have in your kitchen. All right, everybody, here's our eggs. They're looking fantastic. They smell wonderful. The best thing about these is how silky and soft that they actually get. So you notice we've got these nice little pieces. Really, really, really good. Nice and soft. And again, they went ahead and they cooked for about 48 minutes, so they came out nice and fluffy and nice and tender. Anyways, if you guys like this kind of content, please go ahead and smash that like button. Please go ahead and leave a comment down below. And if you're not subscribed and you like this kind of content, please go ahead and consider subscribing. Thank you and have a fantastic barbecue week. And thank you to Inkbird for sponsoring today's video.